Finally, it's happening all what we have been waiting. Yes, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger signed a confederation treaty. Now, these leaders of the African nation in the Sahel region have announced a treaty for a greater integration and the establishment of a confederation at their first summit for the benefit of their people. Hello, I am Mahlet Ayele, your host at Connect Africa, bringing you the latest from the continent. As I break this news to you, I have all this excitement and goosebumps all over because this is exactly what we have been waiting. Now, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger have convened a meeting, the first of the heads of state summit in Niamey, in Niger, on Saturday. Now, they said the Confederation of the Sahel States will use the acronym AES, Alliance of the Sahel States. This is now to the benefit of, to the greater integration of our people. That's in their own words. That is what they said. Now, the timing of this could not be any perfect than this, as
Niamey.
the meeting was held ahead of the ECOWAS annual meeting, which was held on Sunday, one day after, in Abuja, in Abuja, in Nigeria. Now, this summit, of course, have really marked a milestone. This meeting, I mean, the establishment of the Alliance of the Sahel State, or the creating this confederation, it just did not come overnight. Their ministers have been working towards this ever since they have agreed to create this. As you all remember, the three states have created a defense pact together in September 2023, right after the revolution happened, right after 2 months exactly after the revolution happened in Niger. Then in January, they have broke away officially from ECOWAS, saying that the organization is more manipulated by France and the West, that it is not, it works, everything against for what it is established for, and they cannot continue suffering, in being part of that, because as this ECOWAS is not a Pan-African organization or anything, it works against the will of the people, not only against the will of the Sahel states, but also against their own people. They continue to serve France. It's manipulated, or rather maybe owned by France. This government, their summit was convened on Saturday. They arrived on Friday. It was all a hero's welcome to these leaders that the Nigerian people have showed, and they have been touched by it. We have shared here with you the full video, how Ibrahim Traore was welcomed. All types of people, ordinary, from children up to elders, religious elders, and government officials. They have walked a lot of kilometers, between the people, General Abdurrahman Tiani of Niger and Ibrahim Traore, just to show the people they are part of the people. Now, in September, let me just give you a quick background. They have signed this defense pact, the three governments, and then in January they have broke away officially from ECOWAS. Now, in February, even if ECOWAS has started to lift the sanction because they felt what it means, under their own eyes, what happened, and they were blamed for it. So they started to ease the sanction, but all the leaders of the Sahel states, they said it's not reversible. It's they cannot go back to the road where they come from. It's not even up to for negotiation for anything. And recently we have even have seen Diomaye Faye have been sent to them, to negotiate this, and they said no. I mean, you are welcome to join us, but we are not going back. And then back in March, actually, they announced in March of this year, they have announced their interest to create a confederation. Now, ever since, their foreign minister, including all other ministerial officials, and then the prime ministers, like a month ago, have been working to the development of this confederation of the three states. Now, finally, this leaders, the heads of states, have put their signature and it has been finalized. Now, the agenda of the summit was mainly on security and defense, but also education and culture, working towards the exchange of the economy, trade, culture also have been, discussed. Now, in their own words, mutualizing their approach to strategic sectors such as agriculture, water, energy, and transport is also part of it. Now, they also asked for their indigenous language to be given greater prominence in local media. Now, all the three were formerly colonized by France, and they speak, French, and of course their national language, but they said now they want to dominate now that one with their own language. That's how it starts. Neo-colonialism comes in different guise, in different forms. That's what the great Kwame Nkrumah has told us. So language, to dominate language, to shape for their education system is also one of those areas where this colonialism comes. So now to teach your own children in their own language has a lot to do in freeing the mental, mentally, first of all, before anything. So well done. This is really an important step. And so they also said, we have decided to take a step further towards greater integration between the member states. And we have adopted a treaty establishing a confederation. Well done and congratulations. Now, this, as the Alliance of Sahel States, will be the acronym for these three states, and it will govern in general, coming the three states together, around 72 million of people. It's a country with a population 72 million people, but with a great immense of natural resource that has a great hope. There are still problems, terrorism and others, and sanctions, but they are committed. They are not bowing down. What else can ECOWAS, when it's holding now today, Sunday, their summit in Abuja in Nigeria. Now, one day ahead, AES also has declared and have put their signatures, and this is sending a message directly. This is a deliberate selection of dates. Let me tell you, it didn't happen just like that. It was a deliberate choice. Now they have sent this a message to ECOWAS leaders. We can do what we want to, that being to serving to the interest of our people, not our colonizers. Okay, so we all know what's going on in Nigeria. We all know how Benin is acting, how Togo is acting, and all the rest, and how Ghana is. They have sent them a clear message, and the people of those those leaders, Nigeria, Ghana, and whether it's Benin or Togo, they are watching closely what's happening in Burkina Faso, what's happening in Mali, and what's happening in Niger. So they are afraid, in fact, that the same will happen in their own country. So they just have to get all this donation of security equipment, to fight against their own people. But well done, the Sahel Alliance, or AES, as we call them from now on. What else we want? I think AES is setting a precedent, not only to ECOWAS, but also to the Africans globally, to the African Union. I mean, they have to quit also the African Union if their membership is not restored back. Their membership has to be restored back, and AU has to ask officially an apology from this state. AU has to ask an apology for committing, for acting um, like an imperialist, for collaborating or for being an accomplice with the imperialists. Other than, I mean, unless that happens, this state should not go back to the African Union. In fact, they have to say also they break away. And listen to me, I mean, the people of Africa are watching what's happening in Kenya, watching what's happening in the Sahel states, and the leaders are afraid to what is going to come to in their own country. So this is really, really important in various ways. Thank you very much, the Sahel states. Thank you, for witnessing these leaders in our time. So we all have to be part of this history in the making and contribute in whatever ways we can. Otherwise, history shall record our judgment. If we are standing by the corner and letting this happen, that, indirectly or directly is being an accomplice with the imperialists. Let us know in the comment section, what do you think of the action taken by the Alliance of the Sahel states? Wild Blue yonder, the last emperor, Kwame Banya, Kingayugi Kariuki, all of you, welcome and thank you very much for tuning in. We will see you on the next one, and it's a bye-bye for me for now. Please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you find it informative, please give it a like and share the video with others. If you want to help us further, please go ahead and donate to our PayPal account. That will help us to be here more often. Myself and Kwame will see you tonight. But until, enjoy this good news. Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger have signed a treaty of confederation. Viva for the Sahel Alliance, for the Alliance of the Sahel States, for AES.